What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. Now, if you guys didn't see my video from earlier about the brand new Negan figure that is going to be coming out next year, 2018, the Hot Toys Negan figure, go ahead and check out that video. I will link that video in the description below. Now, this is going to be our regular Walking Dead chat video for today. This is going to be a video talking about kind of the worst. So what we're going to take, we're going to take season 7 of The Walking Dead and we're going to basically rate it, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go from we have 16 episodes for the season. We're going to rate them from worst to best. That's what this video is going to be, all right? So yeah, let's just get right into the list. I'm very excited to do this list because this is a list that I've been wanting to do ever since the season ended. Always just kept forgetting to do it. So, yeah. The first episode, the worst episode of The Walking Dead, Season 7 for me, number 16 is going to be Season 7, Episode 11, Hostiles and Calamities. Now, the reason why this one is my least favorite is mainly because I don't think that Eugene carries an episode well. I don't think he does. Now, I don't think this was a terrible episode, but I don't think for Walking Dead it was anything spectacular, and I definitely think it's probably the least best one of this season. Just my opinion, though. And also, feel free to write yours down in the comments below. So, okay, number 15 is going to be The Cell, episode 3 of season 7. This is the one with Daryl, and he gets tortured by Negan. You know, Negan almost kills Daryl, right? And Daryl doesn't even flinch. And it's really a great episode, but I think the thing that bothers me with this episode is that there's no progression. He's still Daryl even once we get to the end of the episode. There's no progression in the whole torturing Daryl thing because none of it even matters because he's still Daryl at the end of the day. I think that's something that upset me a lot when it comes to this episode. Because most of the episode was about Daryl being tortured. So we had a little bit of Dwight in there as well. And actually, they did have a couple scenes from the Comic-Con trailer that was actually supposed to be from this episode that got cut out of this episode just overall. So I don't know why, because the scenes from the trailer from this episode looked really good, but this episode turned out really bad in my opinion. Number 14, the third worst episode is going to be Swear, the one where Tara goes to the ocean side. This one for me, I think the thing that bothers me with this one is that we always seem to, it's like this episode, we always seem to get an episode in every half season that's always one of those where I feel like it's not enough. You know, it's like not enough. And I don't think, just like Hostiles and Calamities, I don't think Tara can handle her own episode. It was a pretty decent episode, but it wasn't something fantastic. And compared to the other ones, that's where this one falls. Number 13 is going to be The Well. This one I actually enjoyed. I really did. I thought this was a great episode, but it was kind of a slow burner after the premiere. But I actually did enjoy it a lot because I'm a big fan of medieval stuff, so that is fine for me. Number 12, this one is going to be episode 5, which is called, oh man, what's the name of this one? I always forget it. Go Getters. Episode 5 of this season. This one I think is better than The Well, it's better than The Cell, it's better than Hostiles and Calamities, it's better than Swear. This one I actually enjoyed because I love seeing the part from the hilltop where Maggie, she's at the tractor and you get Simon, he's like, we need to talk, and you got all the stuff, and Simon's, you know, he's awesome, right? His sense of humor and everything. And we get a lot of stuff between him and Gregory, and we get Enid and Carl, and we get the setup for episode 7, and a lot of great stuff in this episode that I just heavily enjoyed. A lot of people hated this episode. I really don't get the hate with this one. Maybe I understand the hate for The Cell, I understand the hate for The Well, maybe Swear, Hostiles and Calamities, but this one, I had no issues with. There's no reason why anybody wouldn't like this episode. Number 11 is going to be Season 7, Episode 12. This is the Rick and Michonne episode. Rick almost dies. We get all that stuff. They're kind of happy, and it's pretty cool. We see Jadis, you know, not enough guns, and you know, at the very end of this one, we see Rosita go to Sasha and say, "Okay, I need your hope. Who's gonna take the shot? Who's gonna kill Negan?" that type of deal. We get the setup for the end of the season in this one. We get a lot of setup in this one, and that's why I love this episode so much. And also the stuff that happens in this episode that's not set up is amazing as well. I love seeing Rick and Michonne, so this was a great episode. Number 10 is going to be episode 14 of this season. This one is really cool. This is called The Other Side. We get Sasha and Rosita. They go, and basically what happens is, they set off a fire in a car, and they're getting ready to attack Negan. She's aiming for Negan. She can't get a right aim and all that. So then at the end, Sasha just goes in, right? And they almost made Eugene they almost helped him get out of there, but he didn't want to do it. And I honestly wouldn't either, because I think it was stupid. Because if they catch, let's say Rosita was running with Eugene, they were running to get out of there. They run into Saviors. And obviously Negan will want Eugene back, and he'll probably either kill Eugene or make him under his thumb again and return him into a savior again. So I'm pretty sure that's why Eugene didn't want to do that. Also because he I think Eugene's smart enough to know that the plan that Rosita and Sasha were doing, he was like, this is stupid. I'm not going with you. It's not the right time. I'll wait for the right time or never, because there may not ever be a right time, which obviously this season, in season 8, there will. So hopefully this season Eugene, can get out of there, right? So we also have the stuff with Daryl and Maggie. Just awesome. I love this episode. Number 9, we get episode 10 of this season. Number 9 I thought this one was great. We see a lot of Jadis, we see a lot of Rick, we see a lot of that stuff. We see Winslow, which was awesome. Just the versus Rick versus Winslow. Awesome episode. I really like it. We also see Daryl and Carol reunite. We see, Daryl punch Richard, over and over again, and do anything, Daryl, I'll kill you. So number 8 of this, number 8 of this list, the 8th best episode of season 7 is going to be the mid-season premiere, which is episode 9 of this season. Wow, all they did, the gore with the driving through the walkers or whatever, that was really cool. The gore that Great Nick Terror did there. We see Gabriel take off. We see them planning for the war already. Ezekiel says no. I thought this was great. I love seeing when Rick meets Ezekiel, and he's like, Ezekiel, king. Like he's not used to calling somebody king, right? Like Negan said in episode 1, man, you've been king for long time, right? So number 7 is going to be season 7 episode 4. This one is Service. Really depressing episode for a lot of people. This one, the reason why this one's so high on the worst to best list is because this one, I like it because it's such an upgrade from the comic book version. In the comic book, Negan goes to visit Alexandria for the first time, and he leaves really soon. He doesn't stick around to look around and all that stuff, not for too long anyway. In the TV show, they make that they basically take 5 or 10 pages of a comic book and make it into a whole extended episode. That's pretty cool right there. I'm looking at my list here. Number 6 is going to be the Bury Me Here episode 13 of this season. This one was crazy. We get we get the death of Ben. We get the death of Richard by Morgan, which was awesome. I love the Dwayne mention. We see Carol find out what happened in Alexandria. We see Ezekiel agree to fight with Rick and the others. Wow, this was a lot of stuff to take in one episode, man. But I loved it. Episode 7 at my number 5 spot. This one is Sing Me a Song. This one, I think the reason why I love this one so much is because it's so much like the comic, and I think it's even better. It's even better. I think the only thing that could have been adjusted is the Carl shooting the guy, stand down, drop your weapons at the beginning. I thought he should have killed more than just 2 people. I thought that was a little weak. In the comics, he shot 5 or 6. In the TV show, he shot one first, and he shot another one. It's I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling that, but the rest, from the time where Negan gives his speech at the Saviors and they're all on their knees to the end of this episode, that stuff was amazing. And we get Jesus jumping out of the vehicle and all that. I was wondering, what are they going to do? How are they going to remix Jesus being there, right? Because I wonder if Negan would have killed Jesus and kept Carl alive because Carl's a kid, right? That's a good question. Number 4 is going to be episode 15, the lead up to the finale. This is at my number 4 spot. This one for me was great because we see the setup of the death of Sasha. We get the Oceanside, kind of coming back to the Oceanside stuff, which was a great payoff. And we get Dwight in the cell. Now, that was really great as well because I really like how Rick made him get on his knees. So Dwight's like, man, am I on with another group of villains here? You know, like, is there a good guy group on any side, you know? So, yeah, but Dwight, man, he's on their side 100%. At least it looks like it, but people that read the comics know that it might not last. It might go back and forth, right? If you read the All Out War comics. So, yeah. Number 3, the third best episode of the season will be the mid-season finale. This one, Heart Still Beating. Such a reward episode. I love this one because, and so is the second one on this list here, because this one we get to see the death of Spencer. Everybody hates Spencer, so why not? And I just love it because Rick gets his Python back. We see Daryl come back. Daryl, you gotta have Daryl in the group. Otherwise, the group's just not the same. And I feel like that's an issue with killing him off anytime soon. Because then will something be missing? You know, like, I don't know. I think they might kill him off this season, though. They just might. And I really hope they don't. Write in the comments if you think Daryl will die this season as well. Okay, number 2 is going to be Season 7, Episode 16, the finale. All I'm going to say about this one, Tiger awesome. The Rick and Negan stuff. That, I feel like, is so foreshadowing for seasons to come. I feel like that's foreshadowing because, you know, he told him, I don't care what you do, I'm going to kill you eventually. I think Rick will do it. I think he will. It might not be soon. It's not going to be when people are expecting it, like people that don't read the comics. I feel like even now in the comics, I think it is still coming up. I think one day Rick could kill Negan. I think so, because when you get that line, it's so believable to me. I always love that scene. And then number 1 is going to be the darkest episode of The Walking Dead, the premiere of Season 7. It's my favorite. Mainly because just, they upgraded it from the comics. They had all the Rick and Negan stuff, which was add-in, and all that stuff. I loved it. The double death was sad, but so awesome. So, anyway, guys, make sure to write your comments below about this season. What is your favorite episode of this season? Make your list below from worst to best. And I will see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. If you want to see the Negan figure, check out the last video that I'll link in the description. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow for another Walking Dead video. Peace.